Hi, this is Max, and I'm here to provide a review on the 511 Tactical Recon trainer shoe. Now, I've been using this shoe for about a week now, and I gotta say that it is awesome. I put some pretty good abuse on it. I've been doing kind of a bit of a CrossFit regimen for the past week now, and it's standing up to some pretty good abuse. When I got it on day one, I pretty much went and did 5 sets of deadlift. I'm still new to CrossFit, so I just did 135 pounds, 10 reps, 5 rounds of deadlift, and then I did a 5-mile run on a treadmill with an incline, and it stood up to the abuse afterwards. No noticeable blisters, no ankle problems, and definitely no knee problems, and I'm just so impressed with this shoe. But before we go into more of the details, just want to give you a bit of history on the kind of shoes that I've been through and maybe see if you had some similarities in the past. But I do wear a size 12 and my feet are relatively flat, so I like running long distance. And actually, this is the shoe, this Nike Shock shoe was the first, well, the last set of shoes that I wore for my last half marathon, which was about 3 years ago. I went and ran and trained in this. I did the whole training, and I ran the half marathon in this thing. And actually, there was a blizzard that came rolling in during the marathon, and was able to finish in time before all the people picked up all the runners who were too far out. But yeah, this one gave me some knee problems after the marathon, not during the training or anything like that, or no knee problems, but probably when I logged in about 60 miles into this shoe after the marathon did I notice some issues that I had with my knees. Now, at first I was thinking, I'm wondering if I'm like getting old or something, but I ended up wearing like those patella bands that you'd wrap around your knee, and apparently that patella, whatever it is supposed to push this, I don't know if it's like bone or tendon, yeah, it's tendon, back into your knee. And it just sounded so like gross, and at first it kind of helped, and then, but when I took it off, I felt so much like pain, right? So I don't know, I was kind of like, man, maybe I shouldn't run anymore. But then someone told me that, recommended this other brand, stay there, this Saucony shoe. Now, this is kind of like more on the minimalist trend, meaning that the shoe design more conforms to your feet, less structure than the Shock, because it felt like that my feet were conforming to the structure. Now, I did tell you that I do have relatively flat feet. Now, this shoe was much more accommodating, and I've never had to wear a patella band since. Now, I've never ran a marathon in these things, but I have had this shoe for a good 3 years now. Just to give you an idea, I do long distance runs over the weekend. Well, what I would consider long distance runs. I'd run anywhere between 8 and 10 miles over the weekend, but during the week it's anywhere between 3 and 5. So I think I logged in quite a few miles into these shoes, and just no noticeable difference whatsoever. So again, this is a much more of a minimalist type shoe. I think on Saucony's website it was considered medium minimalist, so it had a little bit of structure, but not as much as the Nike Shock, and mesh all around. Now, enter the 511 Recon trainer. Now, I got these because I wanted something that would stand up to both all my weight training and all my long distance running. And actually, before I got the shoes, I would run in these and I would go weight training in these. So I hated having to carry 2 sets of shoes through the training. I'd actually can do my conditioning first and then go to the locker room and then switch shoes. So this shoe has done the trick so far. And let's go over some of the features. Now this is black. I like wearing black. I always wear black in the gym, not because it's slimming, but I think it looks cool. So black shoes, black socks, shorts, shirt, everything black. So this is black on the Saucony 511 Tactical lineup. Now, it does come in gray, and it also comes in this desert coyote, I think what they call it. But it is mesh all around as well. It comes with the black laces, and it does have this hardened rubber tip for if you're a CrossFitter and you do burpees. This stands up. I love burpees, and I've already done quite a few already in this week, and no, I've had no issues with my toes when doing burpees. And if you flip this shoe around, now I noticed this. There is a Velcro attachment to it. Now first I'm like, what is that? And you can take this off, and apparently it came with a little pouch of other ones similar to this, but this one shows all the different blood types. So if you're hurt and you train too hard, for example, or an accident occurs and you lose blood, apparently this will tell the emergency responders what kind of blood type you have. I don't even know what kind of blood type I have. It's been a while. I think I'm AB something, positive or negative. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. But you can show that. You can put your blood type on there. So I thought that was kind of a neat feature. Yeah, I did say this is a minimalist shoe, so it conforms to your feet. What else? Yeah, it has what the 511 Tactical mentions is some kind of compression rubber. So it does stand up to both the weight training and the long distance, which I've done so far. I'm going to do a 10-miler this weekend and see how I'm doing physically. Oh yeah, they do have this rope-ready protective section here. So CrossFitters are really into rope climbing. So obviously it also comes all the way down here, follows that. So when you do your rope thing with your feet and all the positioning, that little section is supposed to ease some of the burden of abuse that would be against all this mesh that you have all around. Now Reebok has the Nano. Now I've never had a set of Nanos, and I have a friend who's been CrossFitting for a while told me, oh, why didn't you get the Nanos? Because they are huge. That's nothing against Nanos. I just never knew that there was a shoe like the Reebok Nano. And I showed this person, my friend, these shoes, and they said they were pretty good too. So, and from a first-time CrossFitter who's had knee problems in the past, I think they're great. So I give them a try. I'll definitely do another video if these things don't hold up. But so far, after a week of some pretty good abuse, they're great shoes. And yeah, so that concludes my review of the 511 Recon trainer. So if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments section. Yeah, I haven't been CrossFitting for very much, but I'm kind of like in a pseudo CrossFit / isometric. I do still do bench press and things like that, but I've been getting into CrossFit because I felt like that I was starting to get used to doing a lot of the isometric exercises. So CrossFit's definitely a shocker. I love CrossFit. Good job, whoever invented that. But these shoes are doing the trick so far. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and that concludes my review of the 511 Tactical Recon Trainer. Thank you very much.